I was diagnosed at the age of 3. So at that point, it was really my parents that had to deal with the changing information. And it all started when they took me to just get checked up for a cold I was having. We were going to be taking a plane, we were going to be moving. And the doctor noticed for the first time, I had been to all my regular early years checkups, that my belly was very enlarged, and decided to send me for some tests. And shortly after that, just a couple of days later, my parents found out that it was likely that I had leukemia. And of course, they were absolutely devastated. But again, they were the ones that really had to deal with this information because of my age. And then we moved countries. And a few days after arriving in a new country, we went to a cancer specialist, and he conducted a bone marrow test and said, hold on a second, this isn't cancer, you don't have leukemia, and let my parents know that I had type 1 Gaucher disease. And it wasn't at that point, the doctor was certain about the diagnosis. I can't actually imagine that there would be a more difficult period in my parents' life than dealing with the misdiagnosis in my case. It was a very emotional time for my parents. They were moving countries, they were moving continents, in fact. They had already made the decision to leave. All of our bags were packed. They just took me to the doctor just to get a checkup for a cold, and all of a sudden, within 48 hours, I'm getting multiple tests in the hospital. They receive a call from the doctor to say it's a very urgent situation. They think it's likely that I have leukemia. And so of course they were absolutely heartbroken at that point. And then when we later got the correct diagnosis that it was in fact a rare disease, that I had type 1 Gaucher, in truth, the unknown was better than leukemia, and my parents were. It gave them hope. The leukemia diagnosis seemed that my life would be cut short, and now they really felt with the Gaucher diagnosis that even though they didn't know what was going to be coming in the future, that they had some hope to hold on to.